Alright, folks, Pichinese Idiot, we are back playing Criminal Case on Facebook. Let's head on to chapter number 3. Yep. Evie's in trouble. Silly. Evie, where are you? Oh, thank goodness you're here, Ace. I should have listened to you and stayed on the ship, but after what happened in Coyote Gorge, I couldn't just sit in the library while you were chasing criminals. So I came to the slaughterhouse, and that woman attacked me. She was running after me with a knife. I barely made it to the phone booth outside. Wait, what's that you're saying about me? I only chased after you because I thought you needed help. I wanted you to offer a sniff of chloral hydrate to calm me down. You were humming a song about slitting my throat. Ah, that's just a habit. No need to take it personally. General Ace, do all the cops have milk for blood these days? No wonder the city's going to the dogs. Milk for blood? I'd like to see you hold your own in a shootout with gangsters. Oh dear, Evie. I realize you've been through a lot lately, but please go back to the airship and try to calm down. And Betty, you can put that knife away. This is evidently a big misunderstanding. Meanwhile, we have an actual murder to investigate. Ace, we gotta check the victim's car again. It was instrumental in the killer's escape. We better make sure they won't give us the slip again. I mean, could easily be the butcher. She is just not hiding any of her craziness. Now, we may want to keep her around because she is so crazy. No, yeah, Evie needs some therapy after what she went through. Yeah, I agree. The butcher does seem really predictable. Dash my wig, Ace. That must be the ignition key to the victim's car. It may also be the key to solving the murder. That emblem on the keychain is oddly familiar. Looking it up in our archives might tell us more about the victim. Let's look at that taxi's cash box. You're right. We should look through it. Pretty sure the torn photograph back together will also be instructive. Ace, it's time to step on the gas and give this investigation some speed. Let's find out who killed our Irish driver. It's a good question. Lady Highmore was definitely prevalent in a lot of stuff, and she was even part of the previews and stuff, and she's kind of gone to the wayside. I'm pretty sure Evie and Catherine are having their own little thing. Aha! I had an idea that this was true. Ace, the man in the photograph is her victim, and you're right, we know the woman with him too. It's Margarita Morello. They look like a happy couple on a joyful excursion. Interesting that Margarita never mentioned that they were close. She praised Tommy as a chauffeur, but she was rather cold about his death. You're right, Ace, we need to talk to Margarita again. Yep. Sure, that made everyone super happy. Well, I also spend like $15 to speed up all the case so I can do it in like a couple hours, but I do it for you guys. Ace, I thought there'd be a lot of money in the victim's cash box, but there's only this check in it. And it's not even a payment from a passenger. This check was signed by our victim. Apparently Tommy Boyd was going to pay 100 shillings to someone. It's quite a fortune, but there's no other name on the check, just an account number. Evie's taking the rest of the day off, but now that Diego's part of our team, you should examine this check for us. Whatever their orientation is, just let them do what they want to do. It's not affecting you. I wouldn't worry about it. This one. It's the emblem on the car key was a match with Dermot McDurphy's tattoos. It's the same rose. Why would Dermot's tattoo pattern be on Tommy's car key? Dermot said he barely knew the fellow. You're right, Ace. It is evident that Dermot is hiding something. We shall question him about this. Wonder if he gave him the key when he was in prison. So, Margarita. Miss Morello, we found this picture of you and Tommy Boy. You never mentioned you were close. Oh, General Ace, you discovered my secret. So I don't have to hold back my tears any longer. Tommy and I were in love. I see, but why didn't you tell us about your relationship before? I got so used to hiding it. An Italian lady and an Irish gentleman. We were like the forbidden lovers in pistols and petticoats. But I didn't care that Tommy was Irish and only a poor chauffeur, and he loved me even though I'm Italian. I even confessed to him that a youthful indiscretion landed me in prison. But Tommy didn't care. I thought love was stronger than hatred and fear. If our love was doomed, Tommy was taken from me. Mamma mia, no amount of chloral hydrate will ever dry these tears. I highly doubt it would have been her. Dermot, you said that you didn't know Tommy Boyd well, but it turns out his car key bears the same rose symbol as your tattoos, and this can't be a coincidence. Well, it's not a coincidence. I put that symbol on the keychain because the key was mine. And the key was mine because the car was mine. Mine. Tommy took it from me. Tommy took the car from you. How? I never knew you had a car. Manny, there's plenty you and the coppers don't know about me, but it's true, that car was mine, and I loved it almost more than me pub. I left in that treacherous devil's care when I went to jail. I trusted him to look after it, counting down the days until I could drive it again. But he refused to part with it when I came out. He said the taxi cab business paid too well to give it up. Of course, a fellow like me can't go to the police. But now that you know the car's mine, do you reckon I could get it back, General Ace? Dermot, that's shocking even from you. A man's dead and all you care about is your car. General Ace finds out you killed Tommy for it. Your days of driving are over. Hey, Madeline. Welcome to my very own office on the airship. Do you like what I've done with the place? I was hoping to spend more time with you now, Madeline, but I know you only have eyes for Charlie. I hope I at least get an invitation to the wedding. Nice. Diego, why don't you mind your own business and tell us about the check Ace found in the victim's cash box? Well, the account number belongs to a certain Antonio Dante. Of course, he doesn't use his real name with the bank, but I have infallible methods to make sure of his identity. The check was made out to him without a doubt. Ah, Tony Dante. Well, why would our victim have given money to an Italian gangster? Ace, you've unearthed some shady dealings here, and I'm sure of it. We must bring Tony in for questioning. Excuse me. My guess is he was paying him off so he could go back and forth. General Ace, next time you bring me up here, be kind enough to supply me a copy of Pistols and Petticoats. Tell me pass the time while I wait. Yeah, very amusing, Tony. Now, how about you tell us about this check Tommy Boyd wrote to you? Why was he giving you money? I'm surprised you haven't figured it out already, General Ace. If Tommy wanted to work on the Italian side of the river, he had to pay the price. Taxi cab driving is a dangerous occupation. Tommy agreed to pay me a small fee to make sure he was safe. 100 shillings a month wasn't much for his peace of mind. Almost cheaper than taking chloral hydrate and more effective. Effective, Tommy died right under your nose on the Italian side, despite your protection. Well, I'm still just a man, not his guardian angel. If he pushed his luck and got himself killed, it's on him. And if you helped him die, it's on you. Darn straight. Ace, our victim was living on the dividing line between the Irish and the Italians, but what was it that got him killed? Tommy Boyd was deeply in love with the Italian woman, defying the hatred between their people. Meanwhile, a fellow Irishman, Dermot McMurphy, harbored a huge grudge against the victim over his car. Love and hatred don't always conform to gang alliances, Ace, so where shall we look for the truth, on the Irish side or on the Italian side? Splendid idea. Cruiser Bridge connects the two sides of the river, and the victim crossed it many times. That's where we'll go for the answers. I don't mind you guys talking about Diego. is a cleaver. Bird, accordion, crate of vegetables, nice. And I see the doll. Nobody likes Lawson. I don't think he's that bad. Takakuro is more fun though, that's for sure. Dash my weight, Ace. That knife is stained with blood. It's no dainty little pocket knife either. I bet it's from the slaughterhouse. Given that it was disposed of all the way out here, the knife must be our murder weapon. We need to sample the blood on it. If the killer tried to discard evidence here, we must inspect the contents of that crate too. Anything can be hidden in there. Ace, the killer shan't take us for a ride no more. We won't rest now until we've got them caught. What's up, DJ? So guy got butchered, and we're getting close to figuring out who murdered him. It is chapter 3. Probably know in the next 3 minutes who the killer is. Hey, so some of that blood sample from the murder weapon to Viola, it might tell us who slaughtered Tommy Boyd. Agreed. Oh, wow. A sick contraption you pulled from the vegetable crate is speckled with blood. Could this be evidence for a murder scene? You're right. Too bad then Charlie makes sense of this. Let's send this apparatus to him. Sweet. Let's talk to Charlie again. It's been a while. A split clip from the murder weapon's handle was a match for the victims, but also contained a most unlikely component. Oh, don't keep us waiting, Viola. This could finally tell us who's to blame for Tommy Boy's murder, the Italians or the Irish. I'm afraid the microscope cannot answer that. Its chemical compounds rarely distinguish between nationalities. But I can tell you that traces of another crimson substance were present in your blood sample, lipstick. The killer must have transferred a smidgen of lipstick from their hands to the knife. I'd wager they touched up their makeup before the murder. So we're looking for a killer who wears lipstick. These crimson lips may have told many lies, but now the truth shall prevail, Ace. Oh, snap. Okay, so it's the butcher? I mean, you wouldn't think that it was the girlfriend, right? Hey, Maddie, it's lovely to see you. Oh, it's my pleasure, Charlie. This may not be a good time to chat. Ace needs to answer about this apparatus we found in a vegetable crate. Of course, Ace. This is a clever mechanism invented for the purpose of lifting heavy objects. Winches of this kind are commonly used in slaughterhouses where great quantities of meat must be hoisted up and moved easily. Oh, slaughterhouse, you say? We found the winch on the bridge. It must have been the killer who used it to raise the victim's body up to the rails. Charlie, was there anything else in this contraption that may lead us to the killer? I found a piece of fabric stuck between the cogwheels. It must have come from the clothing the killer wore while operating the mechanism. There's a distinct pinstripe pattern on it. Look. So our killer wears pinstripe clothing, just like the jail uniform they wear once you arrest them, Ace. Snap, is his girlfriend? What? Ace, we have all the evidence we need to arrest Tommy Boyd's killer. Italian or Irish, Crimson Bay Street will be a safer place without them. Okay, so we gotta figure out her reasoning behind that, because that's crazy. Oh no. I see. So it is the butcher. Okay. Makes so much more sense. Does she even have pinstripes? No, it is. Oh man. It is. No. It's her. Wow. Wow. Was she playing him for a fool this whole time? Marguerite Morelli, you're under arrest for Tommy Boy's murder. What have you got to say for yourself? General Ace, why would you make such a cruel accusation? My heart still bleeds over Tommy deaths. Well, Tommy was bleeding profusely too as you cut him open and hung him up in your slaughterhouse. I found the blood-soaked apron you wore to protect your clothes. Please don't put these ghastly images in my head. They'll haunt me in my nightmares. Stop pretending you're a delicate flower. We also recovered your lost bracelet, the one you made in prison. We know you aren't as innocent as you have us believe. I already admitted I've been in jail. Holding that past mistake against me only proves you have nothing else. Well, we did find your murder weapon discarded near the bridge and the winch you used to hang up the body. Why'd you do it, Margarita? You said you loved Tommy despite the feud between your people. I almost believed in your forbidden romance, but the evidence tells another story. I believed in our forbidden romance too, General Ace, and what a fool I was. I admit it, General Ace, I killed Tommy, but he deserved it. He was a coward, too afraid to love me the way I loved him. It was hard enough that Tommy insisted that we kept our love a secret because he was Irish and I was Italian. He wouldn't even hold my hand in the street. When he realized I was in the gang, he really got cold feet. Can you believe he left a woman like me over this? Wait, you're in the gang? Why are you so surprised, General Ace? Not all of us are gun-wielding, burly chaps. Just look at Franca Capetti. She's holding her own now that Vittorio's dead. She's finally done the right thing by declaring open season on the Irish. And if Tommy became the first victim, he only had himself to blame. He shouldn't have turned his back on me. What? Wow, you're the lowest racial under prison now, Miss Morello. You're under arrest for murder. That's crazy. Miss Morello, you stand trial for the murder of Irishman Thomas Boyd, your former suitor. You killed him in a particularly gruesome manner. What made you commit this hideous act? You betrayed my love, Your Honor. That's why I strung him up and sliced him open like the pig he was. I knew Butcher Betty would turn a blind eye and hide the body from me. After all, she's been doing the gang favors for years. Wait, Butcher Betty acted as your accomplice? Well, the Italian's influence reaches farther than you think, Your Honor. Well, it's high time to put an end to that. I'll have that woman brought to justice without delay. And you, Miss Morello, should be sentenced to 25 years in prison. All rise. Well, you can put me in jail, but you won't stop the vendetta. Hey, you guys were pretty close. 25 years. That's what you guys were guessing. General Ace, quite glad as I am that you brought Tommy Boyd's killer to justice. The case isn't quite over yet. We must apprehend the killer's accomplice, Butcher Betty. If ordinary citizens are now in cahoots with the gangsters, this city's in deeper trouble than I thought. Leave it to us, Judge Lawson. Ace and I will find Betty at once. Nice, guys. Alright, gotta grab some stars, and then we're gonna head off and finish off the additional investigation, which is going to call a plague on both your houses. We'll see you guys later. Some Virginia 8. Over and out.